Have you ever walked into a room and felt an immediate pull toward someone? They weren't necessarily the most attractive or the loudest person there, yet something about them captured your attention. People seemed to gravitate toward them, listening intently to their words, their faces lighting up with smiles. This invisible force is what we call charisma. For a long time, many of us have believed that charisma is a magical quality, something you are either born with or you are not. It's a myth, a story we tell ourselves that keeps us from accessing our own potential to connect deeply and meaningfully with others. The truth is far more empowering and accessible than you might think. The belief that charisma is an innate, unchangeable trait can be incredibly disempowering. It suggests that if you weren't born with this special gift, you're destined to remain on the sidelines, forever wishing you could command a room or make people feel instantly comfortable. This idea is not only false, but it also prevents us from learning the specific behaviors that create that magnetic effect. Charisma isn't magic, it's a skill set. It is a collection of learnable behaviors that, when practiced, project three core qualities: presence, power, warmth. Anyone, and I truly mean anyone, can learn to develop these qualities, and in doing so, increase their personal charisma. Think of it like learning to play a musical instrument or mastering a new sport. At first, the notes might sound clumsy, and your movements might feel awkward and unnatural. You have to consciously think about where to place your fingers or how to position your body. But with consistent practice, these actions become second nature. The conscious effort transforms into unconscious competence. The same principle applies directly to charisma. The techniques may feel a little strange initially, but with repetition, they will integrate into your natural way of being, becoming an authentic part of who you are and how you interact with the world around you. This essay is your practical guide to deconstructing the myth of charisma and rebuilding it as a tangible, attainable skill. We will explore 7 specific hacks, simple, actionable techniques that you can start implementing today, right now, in your very next conversation. These aren't abstract theories. They are concrete tools designed to help you project more presence, warmth, and power. The absolute foundation of all charisma is presence. What does it mean to be truly present? It means giving your full and undivided attention to the person or situation right in front of you. In our modern age of constant notifications, buzzing phones, wandering minds, true presence has become a rarity. This makes it an incredibly powerful tool. Imagine you are having coffee with a friend. As you're sharing something important, your friend's eyes keep darting toward their phone on the table. They might be nodding and saying, "Uh-huh," but you know their mind is elsewhere. You feel unheard. Now picture the opposite scenario. Your friend puts their phone away, leans in, slightly maintains warm eye contact. They listen not just to your words, but to the emotion behind them. In that moment, you feel completely seen and understood. That feeling of being truly heard is magnetic. While presence sets the stage, active listening is the performance that brings charisma to life. Many people confuse hearing with listening. Hearing is a passive, physical process. Listening, especially active listening, is a conscious, engaged act. It involves not only hearing the words but making a deliberate effort to understand the full message, verbally, non-verbally. It's about listening to understand, not listening to formulate your reply. When you practice active listening, you create a space where the other person feels safe, respected, encouraged to share more. Think about the best conversationalist you know. They're probably an exceptional listener. Your voice is a powerful instrument of charisma, and how you use it can dramatically alter how your message is received. It's not just about what you say. The music behind your words matters. Warmth in your voice is what makes people feel comfortable and safe around you. Think of the vocal quality of a soothing bedtime story or the gentle tone of a compassionate friend. A warm voice is typically one that is lower in pitch and has a smooth, pleasant quality. It conveys kindness, empathy, and goodwill, making you seem more approachable and trustworthy. Consider 2 leaders delivering the exact same message. Our team needs to work hard to meet this deadline. The first leader says it with a high-pitched, tense, and rapid voice. The message is received as stressful, demanding, and perhaps even panicked. The second leader delivers the same words in a lower, more measured, and resonant tone. The message is now received as confident, reassuring, and motivating. The team feels a sense of calm capability and is inspired to rise to the challenge. Mirroring. also known as isopraxism, is the subtle, often unconscious imitation of another person's nonverbal behaviors. This can include their posture, gestures, facial expressions, and even their rate of speech. While it may sound a bit manipulative, mirroring is something we all naturally do when we feel a strong sense of rapport with someone. Think about two old friends deep in conversation at a cafe. You'll often notice that if one leans forward, the other does too. If one crosses their legs, the other might follow suit shortly after. In our quest to appear charismatic, many of us mistakenly believe we need to project an image of flawless perfection. We think we need to be the smartest, wittiest, most successful person in the room. However, this pursuit of perfection often has the opposite effect. It can create distance and make us seem intimidating, unrelatable, or even inauthentic. True charisma often involves the courage to show a little imperfection, strategic vulnerability. Sharing a small, relatable flaw or a minor mistake can be incredibly disarming. It shatters the intimidating veneer of perfection and reveals the relatable human being underneath. Charisma is not just about how you present yourself, it's profoundly influenced by how you see others. A core component of warmth is radiating genuine goodwill. One effective way is to mentally practice finding something you genuinely like about every person you meet. This doesn't have to be monumental. It can be as simple as their interesting choice of tie, the warm way they smile, their infectious laugh, the passion with which they speak about their hobby. This internal practice has a powerful external effect. When you actively look for the good, your entire demeanor changes. Your body language softens, your facial expression becomes warmer, your tone of voice becomes more accepting. You can't help it. Your genuine appreciation shines through in micro-expressions and in your overall presence. In conversation, as in music, the silences can be just as powerful as the notes. Most people are uncomfortable with silence and rush to fill any available space with words. Rambling, speaking too quickly, appearing nervous or insecure. A charismatic individual, however, is comfortable with silence. They understand its power. The charismatic pause is the art of pausing for a second or two before you speak, or after someone else has finished their thought. Imagine you ask a senior executive a complex question in a meeting. If she immediately blurts out an answer, it might feel rushed or superficial. But what if she holds your gaze, pauses for 2 full seconds, and then begins to speak in a calm, measured tone? That pause communicates several things. It signals that she has truly heard your question. It signals that she is taking the time to consider it seriously. It signals that what she is about to say is the result of careful thought. The pause builds anticipation and gives her words more weight and impact. It transforms her from someone who simply reacts to someone who thoughtfully responds. You can practice this in any conversation. When someone asks you a question, even a simple one like, "How was your weekend?" resist the urge to answer immediately. Take a single deep breath. Pause for just 1 or 2 seconds. Maintain eye contact, then deliver your answer. We have journeyed through 7 distinct practical hacks designed to demystify charisma and place its power directly into your hands. Offering your complete presence, listening with active intent, speaking with warmth, building rapport through mirroring, showing disarming vulnerability, seeking the good in others, commanding attention with the strategic use of silence. Each of these techniques is a tool, and its effectiveness grows with practice and familiarity. You now have the blueprint. The greatest mistake is to read these ideas and do nothing. Knowledge alone does not create change, action does. The beauty of these charisma hacks is you don't need to wait for a special occasion. Your charisma journey begins with your very next human interaction. Partner over breakfast cashier at the grocery store. Colleague in a video call, choose just one technique to focus on today. Perhaps you'll decide to be fully present in every conversation, or maybe you'll practice the charismatic pause before you speak. Don't be discouraged if it feels awkward at first. Remember the analogy of learning a musical instrument. Your first few attempts might feel clumsy and self-conscious. That's a normal and necessary part of the learning process. The key is to be patient and compassionate with yourself. See it not as a performance, but as an experiment in human connection. With each small attempt, you are building new neural pathways. You are slowly but surely transforming conscious effort into an unconscious, authentic skill. The initial awkwardness will fade, replaced by a new level of ease and confidence in your interactions. Your potential to connect with others on a deeper, more meaningful level is immense. The ability to make people feel seen, heard, and valued. This is one of the most rewarding skills you can cultivate, enriching both professional and personal life. The world is waiting to connect with you.